What's a TV series that everyone should give a go? Chernobyl. Pushing Daisies. I swear no one has ever seen this show. It has everything. It's dark, it's funny, it's absolutely beautiful aesthetically, it has one of the best romance plots in any show I've ever seen. The show follows the pie maker, who can bring people back from the dead by touch but only for 60 seconds before another life is randomly taken. This meets with hijinks when he teams up with a private investigator in a dark whimsical world. I stick by the reason it was cancelled is because it made every other show on the station look like shit by comparison. Also, if you want to get your depression on, Carnival. Another stunningly beautiful show that shares the healer at a cost theme. This show is not funny or happy though. I love Pushing Daisies. I think it was cancelled because of the writer's strike and overall it was just an expensive show to produce. They had to build all of those sets because no location felt like it fit in the world. God, there was so much that was set up and never concluded though. Makes me so sad. Edit, for those interested, you can stream it, I believe for free, on CW Seed. Smile. Season 1 was gold. It never recovered from the strike. Fuller made Dead Like Me and Wonderfalls both excellent and short-lived as well. And the TV show Hannibal. Probably his longest living show. Also wrote for a lot of Star Trek, including being the original one behind Discovery. Also American Gods. Also Season 1 of Heroes. I pretty much have never not loved his work. Brian Fuller is great and it's sad none of his stuff ever hits it huge. If you like mostly realistic space sci-fi and political machinations, The Expanse. No warp drives, no phaser beam weapons, no artificial gravity, actual orbital mechanics. They build spaceships like skyscrapers, not ocean-going ships, because when you think about it, it just makes sense. Space is dangerous and unforgiving, resources are low and people are still people, no utopia kumbaya. It starts kind of slow, for some people, really slow, but it spends those first episodes doing some really interesting world building that pays off in spades later on in the series. What We Do in the Shadows. I had heard about this many times but hesitated to watch it because I'm really not into vampire shows, movies, books or really anything supernatural. I just think it's dumb. But I watched one episode of this and was hooked. For anyone who doesn't know, it's about a group of vampires who live together in a house in Staten Island, present day. It's a mockumentary, so think The Office and Parks and Rec. Please nobody spoil it for me, I'm only on episode 7 of season 1. Edit, as many have pointed out, the show is based on a movie that is supposed to be brilliant. I have not seen it yet but I'm going to try to watch it tonight. Thanks for the recommendation, Smile. This is about vampires? I thought it was about regular human bartenders that just love women's volleyball. I genuinely hope Jackie Daytona comes back at some point. Jackie was the man with that ever so stylish toothpick. Eat fast you the whole time? One human beer please. Dark, for those who love mysteries and brain ducks. Make sure you have a large sheet of paper and several color pencils handy. Just want to add, don't watch Dark unless you're going to give it your full attention, otherwise you'll have no idea what's going on. Also, beware of any online guides family trees unless you're okay with major spoilers. It's a show that juggles several different timelines and just knowing who is related to who, or who is a younger older version of a specific character, will take away some surprises. I'm not an all spoilers are bad person, but this is the kind of show where I feel it's more enjoyable to find this stuff out as the show unravels it. Edit, some people think my original comment itself was too much of a spoiler. It's literally the only show on TV that you won't even acknowledge the message sounds of her phone, or just focus on that. Damn, I'm literally counting the days for season 3. Mr. Robot, but you need to just commit to watching to the end. The first 3 seasons are incredibly well done but build up so much confusion. That confusion is important, because season 4 just lets loose with absolute satisfaction with every episode. One season 4 episode counts as one of the best hours of TV I have ever watched, so yeah. Mr. Robot. I feel Mr. Robot is one of the greatest television shows in history. The cinematography alone makes it worth it. They also went to great lengths to represent hacking realistically. Icker, now I can't stand the fake hacking on every other TV show. It really shows that you don't hack machines, you hack people. This idea that you can just penetrate even small IT systems is really overblown. Nothing's perfectly secure, but that doesn't mean it probable to do. It's far easier and effective to go after a person and hack them. As a person that deals with actual networks, hacking in media always bothers me to no end. Real hacking is boring as shit. Successful hacking is social engineering. All the issues I have with my network is some dipshit clicking things they shouldn't in an email. Fargo on FX also. I know cartoons aren't for everyone, but BoJack Horseman is more insightful than a lot of serious dramas I've seen. Mindhunter. It was refreshing to see a Netflix series like that. Please watch it. Just finished episode 1. Seems like it's going to be a slow burn but a satisfying one. That's a very accurate description. Enjoy. Derry Girls. It's about a group of Catholic school girls and boy, and is based in Northern Ireland during the Troubles. Silly, hilarious, and on Netflix. Edit, wrong Ireland. Look, I wanted to be an individual, but my mom wouldn't let me. Well, I'm not being individual on my own. Rips off denim jacket. Sadly, I'm unable to come on this trip as I despise the French. It's a quote machine. Blackadder. Amazing show. Young Hugh Laurie, Rowan Atkinson in his prime. Brilliant. Hugh Laurie as the idiotic regent was a ducking beast. The Wire. I am French. I never went to the US. But for some reason this series hooked me like no other series. I watched it, many times, the whole series. Maybe 10 or 12 times. This is that fantastic. If you haven't watched this series, force yourself. Entry is not easy at first, but this is so worth it. Incredible drama. I know nothing about the French, but for some reason since you spell it Sari, I'll believe you. Barry. Amazing writing and acting, hilariously dark story about a hitman turned theater actor-in-law. I am anxiously awaiting season 3 and hope Bill Hader made big bucks for it too, since that burned him out and put Barry S3 on hold. It was cause he did it chapter 2 right after Barry, but I agree, and NoHo Hank is like super nice guy. If NoHo Hank doesn't follow Barry into the acting class creative arts world tour, is something wrong with the writers. Futurama. This series was pretty solid throughout its run and had a very beautiful ending. Parks and Recreation. First season is May, but it just gets better and better. Parks and Recreation is like a calzone. You get through the crust of the first season and a bit of the second until you reach that gooey pizzerific center. Then you hit the last season, which is the crust with lots of flavor, and it is delicious as well with great closure. Calzones are stupid, they're just a pizza that's harder to eat. Highway to the Calzone Zone. But I want to open Al Calzone place with low-fat ingredients. I'll call it the Low-Cal Calzone Zone. 6 Feet Under. The writing and the acting in this series is so good that it feels like you're watching an actual family. There's great character development, every character has flaws and positive things about them that make you hate and love them. This show deals with loss and grief in such a powerful way. This show also has the best season finales of any show. Gravity Falls. But her aim is getting better. Get it? It's cause marriage is terrible. Slowly rides away. Community. Broadchurch. I watched the show, was absolutely thrilled, sat in my car and drove 1,000 kilometers from Germany to Dorset and sat down at the cliff and ate fish and chips. 1010 would do it again. The Twilight Zone. I mean the original series, because it is such a great work of television, and 60 years later so many of the episodes still hold up. The It Crowd edit. I came here to drink milk and kick ass, and I've just finished my milk. WOOT WOOT. Thank you for the awards. Psych. Peep show all day every day. It was a joke. A Christmas joke. Father Ted. Firefly. The Sopranos. Recently finished it and my life got a whole lot better. Also, the finale is delicious. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Arrested Development, especially the first 3 seasons. Literally the hardest I've ever laughed at a show, ever. There's always money in the banana stand.